Hello fellow people persons, Nate here for MMO Play reviewing a new and more complex take on the idle game craze with Idle Universe Online, developed by indie company iouRPG. Some might find this an odd game to review, including yours truly, but my 900 plus hours of clicker heroes on Steam is undeniable proof that idle games are as effective at wasting the hours of my life as any other game, so here goes. So, idle games are not necessarily played in the most traditional sense. Frequently in the form of RPGs, if anything, they're more of a take on the similar craze these sports manager simulators. Replace athletes and game stats with swords, gold, and orcs, and you have yourself an idler. Now, for the most part, idols don't have a lot to set them apart besides graphics and leveling pace, but that's part of what makes them dangerous. Way back when this game first began, it was easy to end up running 10 or more idle games at once and waste whole days micromanaging your various adventurers, businesses, and cookie monsters. Probably. Maybe. I refuse to believe that was just me. These days, the idle fires have burned down to a dull simmer, and what's survived are the beefier, meatier, longer-term investments like Idle Online Universe. What makes this stand out from the crowd is that the actual idling is a fairly small part of the game, as well as its multiplayer features. You'll see as I play, or rather manage, the playing of the game, there are multiple features and windows for me to explore as my adventurer and his pet continue on their journey. I check in occasionally to divest them of their hard-earned monies and increase their powers and debuff enemies, but for the most part they go on about their lives without me. The game menu is where most of the management happens. As you kill monsters and progress through boss battles, you earn the ability to visit new worlds. Progression is fairly slow as compared to other idler games, so while there's an option to ascend, I can only assume it works similar to typical rebirth mechanics, resetting your progress in exchange for currency that can unlock powerful new options. Ascensions are necessary to unlock new planets to explore, as well as other features like a second pet and pet PvP. The first pet is given to you immediately, with your second coming much later in the game. Pets might at first seem similar to hero hires from games like Clicker Heroes, but these function more like constant companions that grow alongside you through food and training, rather than simply boosting their levels with gold. And on that note, gold is earned at a rather slow pace. Idle battles seem to be more about earning EXP and leveling your heroes to open up new abilities, such as reduced intervals between auto attacks or temporary boosts to damage. Most of the gold I earned came from a combination of mining and forestry, both of which earn materials that can be used to sell for money or grow the skills that earn you the materials in the first place. This means managing your resources in a way that continues the growth of your character on multiple fronts, if you wish to ascend to the higher levels quickly. There are additional ways to increase the power of your character as well beyond the traditional gold investment. Achievements pile up their own currency that can then be used to increase power and lower the cooldown of skills, while challenges exist in a separate menu that, when completed, increase your hero's base damage by a flat amount. Enemies also have a chance to drop their cards, and after collecting a certain amount, these add more damage to your auto and quick attacks as well. The card drop rates are exceedingly low, but this is somewhat mitigated by the free packs you earn from daily rewards, and the free-flowing cash shop currency, which can be used to buy more. The game relies pretty heavily on the cash shop, which initially gave me some pause until I saw the very generous rate at which the diamond currency can be earned just from gameplay. Diamonds are earned randomly from monsters, from challenges, promotional codes, and so on. And while you'll need to be patient to earn enough for some of the greater rewards, I never felt like I was lacking for the things I needed. The cash shop currency began to feel more like every other kind earned slowly over time. So as far as cash shop currency goes, Idle Online Universes is overall pretty harmless and inoffensive, though big spenders will definitely gain in power faster than freemium players. There are a number of social features that help connect you with other people playing the game, a very unique factor among idle RPGs that helps keep players engaged with the game and with each other. Along with a chat system, there's a deep guild system that connects you with team members you can join up with, bonus skills you can earn over time, and a progression system for strengthening your guild's offering to its members. Even outside of a guild, players can meet up and quest together, with options in the settings menu to allow your game to open up to anyone at any time. You can also search through available games and meet up with strangers and friends alike. The only downfall is that if someone is behind you in progression and joins your team, you cannot advance until they catch up to you. For some, however, this can be seen as a kind of mentor system, giving weaker friends a chance to catch up to your strength with your help, until you're both able to adventure deeper into the planetary dangers together. As mentioned, there's more content locked behind Ascensions, but I wasn't able to spend enough time with the game prior to its review to fully explore them. The first Ascension begins at level 40, and with a much milder pace of progression, that could take quite some time, as the game does very little for you while offline. It's more of a traditional idler, requiring that you have it open in order for it to progress. As far as pitfalls go, this is one of the few that this particular idle game has, and it's a fairly big one. Progress is impeded when offline, which comes with a bevy of issues such as power usage and eventual browser slowdown, unrelated to the game yet the fault of it just the same. I much prefer idles that continue to function while offline, so that I can log in throughout the day and manage my team without needing to focus my attention on it constantly, eventually leading to boredom and burnout. The game is still fairly new though, and the team behind it are very connected with the community's desires and demands, particularly through their Facebook page, so offline progression may yet happen at some point. The iouRPG team has invested a lot of time and effort into the game, and it shows, with constant updates and tweaks including a greater range of platforms, such as mobile devices and publisher sites like Facebook Games and Congregate, so you can connect with your account from nearly anywhere and team up with a fast-growing community of players. And that's it for this review of Idle Online Universe. Be sure to subscribe for more videos and let me know in the comments what you think of the game.